And hello, welcome to part 4 of A Most Epic Voyage, the campaign mode for Voyages, which is a roll and write. If you've been watching me this far, you know what the deal is. We've been doing okay. Let's check out the campaign. We'll cover the new rules. Let's get a move on. Let's see what's going on here. So this is our campaign sheet so far. We do have to roll a new quest for this leg of the journey. We've got 3 quests available. Let's roll with the purple dice. 6. So what is that going to give us? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are going to be getting this extra quest right here. Gain all stars from the voyage. Okay, so if I get 5 stars, I get a 6 star. Well, that's going to be pretty tough, I think. I assume that's what that means. Gain all stars from the voyage. All right, so just as a recap, if you were not following along at the end of the last episode, these are the upgrades that I now have. Let's zoom in on some of this. You make it a little bit easier to read. We were able to get a bunch of upgrades. So we now have the reinforced mast, which may increase speed by 1 each turn up to 7 max. So we have that right there. We have the training room, which lets us manipulate the duty die. We still have our legendary flag, which lets us start with 1 extra sailor. And then we have 2 sailor powers that we can use 1 time. The Fearless Champion, I can change any 2 dice to any number. Or the South Seas Navigator, move 2 spaces in any direction at the end of your turn and take another action. So these might come into play. I don't know. We'll find out. This is our score right now. We did pretty well on the last map. We got a full 6 stars. I don't know if I'll be able to do that again, but we're going to try. And this is our nemesis, the Dread. I cannot change 1s into 6s with sailors or vice versa. My heroic sailors are pretty much just normal sailors, although in this particular, my heroic sailors will be useful again. I'll talk about that. And then we also have now gain 2 less gold for each island visited. That's not the biggest deal. Only affects our score, so that's fine. But then you need to spend 2 sailors to alter a die by 1. That's going to be pretty rough in the next map. But luckily we don't have to deal with that yet. So that's what's going on there. Let's talk about this new map and what's going on. So far, all the rules seem to be pretty different. And this is no exception. This map is called Lighting Beacon Bay. And yep, from the sound of it, that's what we're doing. We're going to be lighting the beacons. All right, so let me kind of explain how this works real quick. Then we'll get started and see how well I do. First things first, I'm going to kind of go out of order. You'll notice that our sailors is different. This is the first map where the sailors are not here. They are instead over here. And why is that? Well, in this map, your sailors get special powers. So every time you get a new sailor, you log them here. And when you get to this column, depending on the column depending on the row that you get to this column on, you'll get a power. So for instance, let's say I get 2 sailors here. This would mean then for this row of sailors, I can now use a sailor for a power that lets me move further. So this will let me move either 3 more spaces or 6 more spaces. And that's in addition to my reinforced mast, which already lets me move an additional space that I got as a campaign upgrade. This row will let me kind of work like my South Seas Navigator. I could use it to move 1 more space in any direction after I move, or 2 if it's heroic. And then this bottom one lets me fill in extra duty dice. So I could use a sailor from this row to basically let me add additional numbers on the duty side of the board, which I'll explain different for this map. But that's all this. And a heroic one lets me do 2. So My heroic sailors will have extra powers in addition to the powers that I have for my campaign. But that's the first big difference. The second thing that's on this map are watchtowers. Here's a watchtower. And basically, these are pretty straightforward. If I get to any island that has a watchtower, for the first watchtower, I can take one of these bonuses. And then once I do that, so let's say for this first one, I take a 2-point bonus. It just means that now on my next watchtower, I cannot get any of the bonuses below that. So then let's say I hit a second watchtower, I could get 2 sailors, but then I can't get any more sailors. The third one, I could get a star, but now I can't get a star anymore. And then the last one, I could get a bunch of duty dice. So that's all they are. It's just a bonus that locks you out of all the corresponding bonuses below it. Pretty straightforward. So this is how you can get 1 star. If I can get any one of these rows to this column right here, that's a second star that we can get. But let's check out the rest of the things going on. The third thing is just the duties dice. The way this works is I can use my duty dice to write a number. Let's say I write the number 3 here. All that means is now this building, I'm locked into the number 3, and every single dice after this has to be 3. If I can get to the end, then I get the bonus. This particular one will give me 3 gold per each one of these buildings, so that would be good for a score. But in solo, score matters a little bit less. Obviously, it's good to go for a high score, but first things first, you have to get 3 stars to not die. So, probably will not be my main focus. In addition, anytime you fill out a box that has a bonus above it, you get that. So that's important. And this will let you get another watchtower. There's 3 on the map. This is the 4th one. This one will let you get a star. This will give you 2 heroic sailors. This will give you 2 sailors. And this one will help you light a beacon, which is the main gimmick to this map. And I haven't spoken about it yet, so let's explain the beacons. On this map, there is a beacon lit all the way at the top of this map. And basically, what I need to do is I need to get my ship in between this beacon and another beacon. So I don't know, let's say on the first turn, I make it to this spot right here. As an action, I can light the beacon, and that will let me light this beacon right here. Let me fill this out right here. And now this beacon is lit. So that means on a different turn, I can go here, and that will let me light this beacon. And basically, you can pretty much keep lighting beacons one by one, as long as you have a lit beacon and the other beacon is within 6 spaces of a previous beacon. I don't know if there are any that are further, but the rules specify that. So I'm assuming, there might be one beacon that maybe, I don't know. Seems like they're all within 6 spaces of each other. But the most important thing is you have to, light the beacons to get them to light up. In addition, you could just go to an island and light that beacon. The rules are not 100% clear if that works. Like, I don't know, for instance, let's say I went all the way down here on my first turn and then went here. If I could light this beacon without them being lit in a chain, all it says is if you go to an island, you can light a beacon. So I'm going to assume that this is a way to let you light more beacons if you get really unlucky and don't light a beacon, from the beginning area. It doesn't specify it one way or the other, so I'm assuming I can just go to any island and just light the beacon. But that's another way that you can also get a star. If you light 6 beacons, you get a star. If you light them all, you get a lot of gold, which is a lot of points. You can get a star from this duties track right here, and you can also get a star on the map, and those are the 5 stars you can get. And then again, as a reminder, we have this quest over here, Voyage 4, which is gain all stars from the voyage to get an additional star, which means, again, if I'm interpreting that correctly, if I get all 5 stars on this map, I'll get a 6th one. So yeah, that is all the rules for this map. This one seems like it has the simplest rules, but also feels like it might be the most challenging of the maps. So I don't know. We shall see. I've doubted myself before and then come out ahead. So let's see if I can keep up with that particular pattern. But for now, let us start our first day of the voyage and roll. All right, so do not have to worry about doubles this time, so that's good. There's one thing I did forget to do. Let's do that now. I start with a sailor every time, and I don't know which ability I want the most, to be honest. Feel like, I don't know, I already get the extra movement potential and increase speed by 1 every single time, so I don't know how important this sailor is going to be. Being able to move 1 is pretty good, although I have that ability right now at least 1 time before I need to use it, so this might be a bad choice, but let us go for this one. And these sailors can still be used for their normal sailor powers as well, if I didn't specify that. All right, so I rolled 2 4s and a 1. So what does that mean? It means I can either go north or I could go south. And I can go 4 spaces or 5 potentially if I am so inclined. This one seems like it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go north all the way up here. What is that going to let me do? That's going to let me stop in this spot right here. And that means I am within this beacon and that beacon. So that's going to let me light this beacon right over here. So that gives me 1 beacon lit. And I'm just going to log that right down here. So 1 beacon lit. Although, again, it's supposed to be roll dice, move, duties, then action. So I need to do my duty first. I think we're going to go for the easy extra sailors first. Although we do get 2 sailors by going down this track right away. So you know what? We're just going to go straight down the star track. Because we could still get 2 sailors from this. Might take a little bit longer. But we need this star anyway. So and a 4 is the same as a 3. So we'll do a 4 here. Meaning that since I have the ability to manipulate duties dice, I can get a 4 from a 5, 4, or 3. Same if I had a 3, I could get it from a 2, 3, or 4. So we'll just go with a 4. I don't know which one's luckier, but I already rolled 2 4s, so maybe my dice like 4s. I don't know. So yeah, that is the end of this first turn. And let us roll again. So now I am kind of stuck at the top of this map. So I do need a 3, 4, or 5 to kind of get me out of this space. I think I want a 3. I think a 3 would be the best roll for me. But we'll see what I can get. Since I have the ability to kind of like move once, this might be the turn that I use it. I don't know. Let's see what I roll, and then we'll worry about it. Oh, and I get a free sailor. Let's start that right now. I now have the ability to use my sailors to get more duties, so I can do that whenever I want. Anyway, so I got a 1, a 3, and a 6. So what can I do with a 1, a 3, and a 6? 1 is north. That's not going to get me anywhere. A 3 is the direction I said I wanted to go. We might do that. A 6 also gets me nowhere. The question is do I want to try to go down here? Probably going to end up having to get to an island and turn on a beacon that way. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I want to go 1 full space, but a 6 gets me heroic sailor, or I can just get another sailor right here. Just go. No, I can't actually do that. I would need a higher dice to be able to do that. I don't know. This is rough. Guess we'll just go the 6 and get this heroic sailor. I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, though. Kind of wish now I went with that middle ability. All right, let's just do it. Let's rip off the band-aid. So we're going to use the 3 to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. But we are going to get this right here. Gives us an heroic, one heroic sailor. We'll give him to this one. We might use him pretty early to get the star. I don't know. Maybe we'll use him early here. And then I have a 3. Again, I should be doing the duties first, but it doesn't really matter the order. But the 3 I can turn into a 4. So we'll just do that right now and get that over with. All right, so let's back it up. Mark this as being done. So yeah, I don't love where I am right now in terms of beacons. I'm not in line of sight to any beacons. I'm not in line of sight to any watchtowers. But I don't know. It is. I got a lot of turns left, so maybe we can be more efficient in future turns. Okay, so we have a 1, a 3, and a 6. Same directions. We can go up. We can go to the bottom right. We go up. We can go 3 or 6. Or we can go down 1, 2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Or we could go 6. Go the full 6 all the way down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep that 3. Yeah. No. Maybe just go up 1. I don't know why. For some reason, I keep thinking I've got different values than I actually have here. 6 gets us back up there. That doesn't do anything for us. Although, if I do 6, 1, I can do 2 and then do that. All right, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna use the 6 and the 1. 6 is gonna let us backtrack. We're gonna backtrack and we're gonna use our reinforced mass to give ourselves 1 extra distance, so we can go 2. We're gonna go right here, but we're not really gonna go there. I guess I should probably use a dot for this. We are going to use our. Oh wait, I can do 2 actions if I do this, huh? Just realized how that works. Go 3? I think we're gonna have to do that. Okay. Yeah, no, can't do that either. Actually, yeah, it will be the same thing. Okay, I think this works. We're gonna use the 6 and the 3, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna put a little dot. So we use the 6 and the 3, and we have a 1 for our duty dice. And with that 1, we are going to mark a 2, and we're going to put that 2 here. Maybe try to get these 2 sailors with the 2. But I'm going to use a sailor, and I'm going to use this sailor up here, a distance sailor. And we're going to use our campaign power. So let's bring those up. And we're going to use the South Seas Navigator one. Move 2 spaces in any direction at the end of your turn. Oh, it's move 2. It's not like up to 2. Oh, that changes stuff too. I thought it was move up to 2. Because I could have got that sailor and then I could have got that beacon. So up to 2. Up to 2. Okay, no, that doesn't do that either. Man, I wish I would have read that power. Move 2 spaces in any direction at the end of your turn and then take another action. I can't stop there. The whole point, I was going to try to get another beacon. I do 2 there. I can go down to there. This might be the turn then I just maybe change 2 dice to any number and do things that way. I could just do like a 1-1 maybe. What if I do this? 2 spaces that way? Nope, nope. Oh, this is harder than any other map so far. I think this is because I have so many powers available. But yeah, up to 2 spaces doesn't do anything. Oh wait, no, we can do the same thing. Okay, this works. It's just a different direction. I just wasn't really paying attention. So we'll use that power. We'll just go 2 spaces here, and we'll just get. I was so focused on these beacons. Oh, sorry. I was so focused on these beacons over here that I didn't realize that if I go right here, I get this beacon. Totally okay with me. Now we have another beacon. There we go. Problem solved. So let us just mark that off on the campaign upgrade sheets. Here we want to just remind ourselves that we used this one on 4. I cannot use it here anymore. Perfect. All right. So I took 1 action. I got to give myself that sailor back, and we're just gonna try to get to this star very early. Give us a sailor there. So we got this guy right here. Did 1 action, and that's specific to that power. That power lets you do an action and then another action. So I could do the beacon as well, because doing the beacon is an action. That's important to note on how that power works. So now if I just go, well, I guess that's not lined up still. So they did a really good job at like making these beacons not lined up. So it takes multiple turns to get to them. All right. Okay. So we did that. 3 turns, 3 duties, a little bit of thought process. I think that was probably my longest single turn ever. All right. 2, 4, and 5. So 2 is northeast, 4 is south, 5 is southwest. So none of these directions are good for me. Because we backtrack there. Oh, actually, this one might not be too bad. No, because I would have to use a sailor to slow myself down, and I don't want to do that if I don't have to. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well like go really far or really specific. Yeah. We use the 2. I guess I'm gonna have to use a sailor. Turn that 4 into a 3. I'll have a 5. Then I can start going down. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. So I think I'm gonna use the 2 to go northeast, and I'm gonna turn that 4 into a 3 by using a sailor. I guess we'll use one of these. No, we'll use one of these sailors. Yeah, we'll use one of these sailors for now. No, sorry, this sailor. This way we can slow down. Get this beacon. That's gonna let us light this beacon, but first we gotta do a duty. Duty. Where are you? Duties. There we go. And I can manipulate that 5 into a 4. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna use this heroic sailor right here. Now let's wait and see what happens. There's really no point to get an extra sailor right now until I start getting some of these powers. Always an option. I can just do it whenever I want. So complete. Oh, this is complete any 2 sailor rules for a star. That is a bit different than what I thought, but that's fine. Okay, so we got this beacon now. So we got 3 beacons, 3 more, and we get a star. And that is it for the turn. Let us roll. So we have a 2, which lets us go northeast, a 3 that lets us go southeast, and a 5 that lets us go. So all these directions are bad. I think this is the turn where I'm going to use a sailor to use my fearless champion and just set the dice, because we have a pretty good spot we can go to get another beacon and then set ourselves up for another beacon. Actually, these beacons are not lined up, are they? But this one's lined up. Then maybe we can do that. Yeah, we like that. We can ignore this beacon over here completely and start making our way towards the star. Although I do want to get this fort possibly at some point too, but one thing at a time. Yeah, so we're gonna use our let's go to our upgrades. We are going to use this ability over here, Fearless Champion. Change 2 dice to any 1 number, or to any number. So we are going to leave our 5 as a 5, and we're going to change our 2 and 3 to be a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. We're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 and a 5. So we can go straight down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can stop here. Let's do a duty real quick. Duties here. I'm going to use that extra 5 and turn it into a 4 using our manipulation ability, the training rooms. That gives us another 4. And then we can, as an action, light another beacon. The horrible drawing of a beacon light, but sure. So we got our 4th beacon, and that is our 5th turn. And let's just keep it moving. All right, so 3, a 5, and a 4. So that means we can pretty much go south in any direction: southeast, south, or southwest. Southwest is where we want to go. We can get this beacon over here, and then maybe even this stronghold. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I mean, I could go and try to get this sailor right here with the 4 and the 3, and then come over here. But I don't know. I don't think we're gonna need to get the extra sailor because we're getting a lot of bonus sailors from this. We're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We just need 4 sailors total to be able to do what we need to do. And we have the extra movement, so we might not even need this row to get to the star. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to like zoom across the board and like go straight from here all the way over here. I mean, how many spaces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we couldn't do it all in one go, even if we wanted to, but we could get pretty far. So let's see what we can do. But I think we're gonna just stick to the beacon strategy for now. So we're gonna do a 5 and a 3. Do this 1, 2, 3. Get here. That does get us in a new ocean. It's our first new ocean on this map. Not that we need it, but we'll get at least 1 point for that. Does give us a 4 duty dice that we can get here to get another sailor. I'm gonna go for the power first. I know I have a star. Well, actually, I need to get 2 rows up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think this is what we're gonna do, and I think we're gonna get the 2 sailors first over here, get the power, and then I'll worry about the star and that star all at once. But then we are between 2 lit beacons, so we're gonna get this lit beacon right here for our 5th beacon, and now we just need 1 more for a star. And we can keep it going. All right, so let us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th turn. Let's keep rolling and see what happens. Ooh, a 1, a 1, a 2. Usually that seems like it's not what we want. Yeah, all these directions are bad, and it's also going to mean that we can't go from a 1 to a 6 because of the dread. Like normally we just use a sailor to do that, but we can't. We're not in the direction of any sailors right now. This is kind of like just a wasted roll. I think we can go like 1, 1, not really do much. Maybe 1, 2 to get us in line of this right here. I mean, we could do no because we can't get 2 actions for that. Let's just double check 2. Is there anything interesting to do in the 2 range? Because we could go back an extra space. No, it still just put us right there. And it could get us in line for this, and then we could come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and do it that way. I don't like this at all. No, we're just gonna do we're just gonna go up 2 spaces. This is definitely a waste of a turn. So we use a 1 and a 2, and then because of the duty dice, I can make a 1 into a 2, and we'll just get that one. And yeah, that's it. That's all we're doing on this turn. All right, let's hope for a better roll. It'd be nice to get a 5 this round. 5 would be good. All right, we got our 5. Yeah, so let's just get that over with. We're gonna get this stronghold with the 5. Whether we use the 1 or 3 doesn't matter because I can move 1 extra or I can stop either way. So we're just gonna put a little X there. We're gonna circle this. We do have to use the duty dice, which either dice I use, I can use this at 2. Gonna get us 2 more sailors. So we're gonna do this so we can get the power, and then now we will get this just to get to the end so we can work on the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are halfway through, and then we have to do our actual watchtower bonus. Here's where I don't know if I should like gamble or not. I definitely need at least 2 more sailors, and I'm gonna get a star. I feel like what I should do, I should gamble. Problem is I have this for the bonus for this. Maybe I just get this out of the way. Get 1 more number, we'll get this star right here. Actually, we can just leave that open. We can just start working on something else. Let's work on this right here. I just realized too, there's a lot of, you can get a watchtower, but there's enough watchtowers on the board, like you could still get them all. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'd rather get the sailors, guarantee the 2 sailors so I don't have to worry about stopping on anything. Although we're gonna get a guaranteed sailor here. The 2 heroics would be nice though. Decisions. Like I feel like if I had enough turns and actions, I would just get rid of the gold now and then spice it up and get the star, then one of these bonuses, and then get a triple bonus. Probably this one. And I don't think I can get all of these unless I get really, really specific rolls. Like come down here, get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Like that's gonna be really hard to do. I think I cannot gamble, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this bonus, which locks me out of these. I have a bunch of sailors I can use still for this if I need it. So I think I'm just gonna start working on this, and I think I'm just gonna I'll do 3 for this one just for aesthetic purposes. Yeah, now we're done with this turn. And now our hope is to get a 5 and a 2 or a 1, so we can get this beacon done, and then we can try to get the star, and then we can figure out what we want to do after that. So let's see what I roll. Do I get those dice? Don't know. 3 1s. That is not. That's not any of the things that I asked for. I don't have a heroic dice to even like do interesting things with this. Kind of roll as 3 1s. I mean, maybe I cannot use my heroic dice to turn it into anything because that's not a power that I have. I used my two bonuses already, my 2 upgrades. I could move 1 space after moving, but it doesn't really do anything for me. I'm just trying to figure out if there's like a point. Trying to move 1 space over somewhere, like maybe to get this heroic dice. 1, nope, can't do it from there. Well, this is not the way that I hoped it would go, but we're just gonna go 1 1 1 here. This was definitely a waste of a turn, but I do think I'm gonna put a 2 here. And that 1 into a 2. I have a place to dump 2s, 3s. The only thing I can't really dump are 5s and 6s right now. So let's see. Roll again. Okay, it's better than a 1 1 1. All right, 2, 4, and 6. None of the numbers. I'm gonna have to 6. What kind of 6 let me do? I can go here. We want to get this beacon over with, I think. 4, let's just go down here to get a sailor out of this. Oh wait, a 4 2. No, I'm up here. That's right. Yeah, so I gotta use a sailor. So I'm gonna use one of these sailors down here, and I'm going to turn that 6. No, I'm gonna turn that 6 into a 5, and I'm gonna use the 2, add 1. to get straight to this beacon. Gets us directly on this island. Gets us our 6th beacon, so we definitely have 1 star taken care of. And that leaves me, what, the 4, which I can turn into a 3 for my duties. So I get another sailor. We're just going to take this sailor right here. And going to definitely get a star. I mean, I definitely can get 3 stars. I'm not going to lose no matter what happens at this point. I think I could force it no matter what, unless I get like 111 every single roll. But even then, I think I could force it. So let's see what happens. Okay, so let's roll. A 2, a 3, and a 5. Okay, we like these numbers a little bit better. 2, a 3, and a 5. 2 and a 3. I mean, I think it's just 5, 6. Yeah, I use 2 sailors for this. Just get myself lined up for that star. Gets me this one too. I think that's what I do. I don't like it, but we're going to use 2 sailors for their normal abilities. And we are going to turn that 5 into a 6 to go northwest. And then we're going to turn that 2 into a 1 so that we take a very short trip right here. And what that's going to do is first gives us a 3 for the beacons, for the duties. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, did I forget the log one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I think I forgot to turn here. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, okay, so we got 4 more turns. So yeah, I think I have to do it this way anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay. What is that going to do for us? That's going to give us another beacon, which, oops, sorry, wrong button. Going to give us this beacon right here, my action, and gets us in line for that map star. All right, so I could get 1 more beacon, and I guess that's how I can max out with this, but we kind of want that stronghold and this stronghold. That's the goal. Definitely want 1 more stronghold to get the star. Then we can worry about the extra sailors. All right. Actually, no, I need the extra sailors too, but we can maybe force that. Let's roll and see what happens. All right, so we did not get our 5. We got a 6, a 3, and a 2. But I mean, again, we just use a sailor, use one of these sailors now for the 6. And yeah, we're going to use the 6 and the 3. We're going to turn the 6 into a 5. It's going to let us go southeast. We're going to turn the 3 into a 4 with our reinforced mass. We're going to go 3, but add +1. That gets us onto the star space right here. That leaves us with a 2 dice that we can turn into a 3 dice. So now we have a second star. And we're going to do this 3 dice right here. And then I actually kind of messed this up too. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to use the 2 for the 2 here. And we're going to use this heroic sailor to get 2 dice right here, or 2 numbers on this building. We're going to do 3, 3 right there, just so we can get this done and over with. Means we're going to get this star. We got 3 stars. So a star from here, map star, watchtower star, 4th star, 5th star. So we might be able to get all 5 stars to get that 6th star. Just realized that, like, you just need 1 more sailor to do that, so it's not too bad. I don't know why I thought I needed. I guess I wanted the extra points maybe to get the extra stronghold or watchtower. All right, so that's the end of this turn. Gotta remember that I added 2, so I should have 13, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let me put a little underline under these. I can remember that these I added from a power. All right. So let me just double check a rule real quick. Just making sure I'm not misplaying the sailors, but I think I can use them like however much I want. Like I could fill out all these rows now if I wanted to. But first things first, I need to get 1 more sailor somehow. So I'm going to try to do it by getting up here and getting this stronghold maybe, or up here. And I want this stronghold There's a couple ways I can get it, so it doesn't really matter how I do it, but we'll see. Let's roll and see what our options are. All right, we got a 6, a 4, and a 4. So I can either go down or nowhere or nowhere. All right, so this is one of those situations where everything is bad. We're gonna lose an entire turn doing nothing unless I can figure out a way out of this. So one way out of this, I think, is to just use a sailor to turn that a 4 into a 3, and then we'll use the 6. We're going to come all the way down here, and we're going to get this sailor. First, that leaves a 4 to use, and it's going to be a double star situation. We're going to do a 4 here, and that's going to get us our 4th star. So we got 1 star from the duties, 1 star from the beacons, and then we're getting a sailor for our action. That's going to get us our 2nd row for another star. And we got the watchtower star. So we got all the stars. So we're going to end up getting our 6th star that we have to write in again, which I was not expecting to be able to do this turn or this map. And we still have like a few more turns to try to get more points. And I still have all these guys down here to do stuff. So we can get the 2 heroics maybe for more points. We can kind of get points from this. We can get points for this. We can do a lot of stuff. All right. So let us roll and see what we get first. Actually, no, yeah, I can't. Can I? Can I go crazy now? Can I get 2 more sailors right now? Yeah. We're gonna try something crazy. All right, let's do all the crazy. I don't know how smart of an idea this is gonna be. So we're gonna use 1 sailor, get a 2 to get 2 more heroic sailors. Whoop. Then we're gonna use 2 heroic sailors, and we are gonna go straight up. Can't get them all in 1 turn though. No, that's sad. 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not going to be enough. I need this extra. Do it without the no. I still need that heroic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, can't do it. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do what I was planning on doing anyway. We'll just use all the heroics to write in 4, 4, 4, 4. I guess we'll leave this for now and see what I roll. You get another sailor. I needed it. So basically what my goal was, I was trying to get a 4th sailor from this, so that on the next turn, if I get a 1, I could shoot all the way up here and then maybe get into this stronghold. But I don't think it's possible now. Even with my bonus from here, I can only get 7 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, you know what? It is possible. It is possible. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what we get out of this. I might not be able to get this bonus, though. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's roll. We got a 2, a 4, and a 6. Well, it's not possible now because I did not get the numbers that I wanted. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this to turn. We're gonna use that to turn the 2 into a 1. We can go straight up north, and we're gonna go full 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we are going to use one of these movement sailors, move us 1 more space. So we're gonna go from this space to this space right here and end up here. I can still get that stronghold, but yeah. Also, we got this last beacon. And I'm not going to be able to get this, I don't think. But what number does that leave us with? That leaves us with a 4. So we got to do 4 here. Yeah, I would need like 1 more heroic. 1 more heroic. Oh, well, no, I can't go with that. Can't go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9 only gets us here. If I could have ended right here, I could have got heroic to get 2 more, get in there. Yeah, I could have got all of it. That would have been That would have been nice, but fortunately, I don't think it's possible now. All right, I still did really good. Just was trying to maximize some points here. Make sure there's nothing that I am missing. Down here, more heroics. I have one more move I could go up. Do I want to do that? Does it matter? Right here. To go here, it makes it easier to do that. What gives us more points? This gives us more points. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We are going to see what we get. That's what we're going to do. Let's roll for this last turn. 6, 3, and 2. 6 gets us into this stronghold. We can get 9 more points. But if I turn that 2 into a 1, gets us a heroic. I turn that 2 into a 1. Or, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Whether this is going to work or not, I don't know. But, all right, so I think this is more points if I do it this way. We are going to use this last sailor that I have here to turn that 2 into a 1 so I can go directly north. And we're going to use the 6 to get there as far as we can get. It's going to land us here, and we're going to get this heroic sailor. But before we do that, we are going to use our 3 and turn it into a 4 for this duty. And then now we get a heroic sailor, and that's going to let us cross it out right now to give us 2 more of these. And then we'll get 1 more sailor, which doesn't really do anything for us. But we do get this extra bonus, which is going to give us more gold than if we would have just taken the 9 from the watchtower. And that is it for the last turn. So this was a weird one. Double check. I feel like I need to double check that I counted the moves correctly. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, 16 rounds. So that is end of map 4. We did finish with another 6 stars. So I got to figure out what I even want to upgrade. But let's count everything. Island gold total. I don't think we got any island gold this map, which is fine because now I get 2 points less for island golds anyway. I did cross more oceans. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 16 points. Highest value lit beacon, we got all the way up to 36. 2 gold per unexhausted heroic sailor. So none of those. Watchtower golds, none of those. Completed building bonus. I think that's just 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. Wait, so yeah, I think that's just the bonus. But I am curious now. Yeah, I don't think you get any points unless you get this bonus, but I was able to get that bonus and did all the bonuses. So yeah, we're going to say 18, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 3 gold per legendary star, which again is another 18 points. So let's see if I can do math. 8, 6, 12, so 12, 20, 28, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 88. I think that is correct. If my math is correct, 88 gold, 6 stars finished. No, I thought last time was going to be the perfect game. I was really close to getting another watchtower and that heroic sailor. I probably could have done it had I did stuff a little bit smarter earlier. And also, if I didn't get this like 1-1, it was a triple. I think I had two really bad rolls like here that were nothing, that were kind of useless. But my ultimate hope was I was going to get to this stronghold way sooner and then leave this island and zoom all the way across the map using the extra like skills, the whatever you call them, the heroic sailor unlocked skills. But alas, it's not what happened, so it's fine. All right, so let us look at our campaign sheet. We have to spend 6 stars. That's a lot. I feel like last time we kind of realized a lot of bonuses don't even help us anymore, but let's see, where else do we want to use? What else do we want to do here? End a voyage with heroic sailors. Upgrade that many on your next. That's useless because we only have one more voyage left and we don't have any heroic sailors. That probably would have been a lot better earlier on. At the start of each voyage, upgrade one sailor to heroic. Probably take that. Score 2 extra gold from islands. That counteracts the shred ability. Score unexplored regions as if you'd visit one more. If I want a couple extra points, that would be good. If you ever gain a relic and don't have a sailor, gain one first. That would have been super useful. Maybe? No, we had a lot of sailors. I don't think I was ever without a sailor. Change the speed to any number even above 6. So if I would have had that, I could have zoomed across the map on this one, which would have been kind of fun. Trusty Scout. You may take your action for the round on a space adjacent to your current location. That could be useful. Takes an extra turn at the game end. That would have gotten me the extra watchtower. Double your action this turn unless picking up a star from the ocean. Also useful. But again, it depends on the map, right? So I think I'm going to take 3 2-stars. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to just take, where is my handy dandy writing utensil? I think we're going to take Trusty Scout, Veteran Helmsman, and we'll upgrade somebody. Well, what does upgrading even do for me? Maybe just get more points. We'll do it anyway. We'll upgrade. We'll start with 1 heroic. Maybe there's a special power in the next map that would be worthwhile for. These extra powers will actually kind of counteract. Did I take Trusty Scout too? I did. I'll kind of counteract the Shred's final ability, which is going to be kicking in right now. You need to spend 2 sailors to alter or die by 1. So, I mean, I did alter a lot of dice this game. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And this also had a lot more sailors than normal. So, yeah, that's it. It's my 4th voyage, 88, 6 stars. I'm writing this and you can't even see it. Let's see. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, so I added that. So yeah, so now for the last Nemesis fight, you need to spend 2 sailors to alter a die by 1 for the last map. We're going to see how this goes. Can I get through this whole entire voyage without losing? I don't know, but you'll have to check back and find out next time. And worst case, you can fast forward, just see if I win or lose. Or if you see 6 videos, you'll know that I lost. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to game the knowledge of if I won or lost for that. Anyway, I think this was probably the longest one. This one did have a lot more thinking, more powers. I think once you add all these extra powers, you got to think a little bit more. As always, if I cheated, let me know. I don't think I did. If I did, please let me know. Sometimes I'm not thinking straight or forget a rule, or I'm worrying more about the recording than I am about the rules. So yeah, otherwise, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Subscription would help. Again, trying to get to 100 subscribers this year. That would be great. I'm doing this as a hobby in between my jobs and being a parent and all other kinds of activities that prevent me from playing games as frequently as I would like to. And that's why I do it. If I record and upload, it keeps me honest, keeps me on a schedule, and keeps me incentivized to play more. And that is why I do this. I probably will never be, a big streamer or recorder or anything like that, or YouTuber. But it'd be nice you have a little bit of a following to share this stuff with. Until next time, this is Wakasm, and I will see you soon for part 5, which I think I'm recording tomorrow.